everybody, welcome welcome back to my channel. My name is Leah Catherine and this is Leah Sees Movies, and we are back with the next episode of Young Justice. Now normally I don't pay too much attention to the titles, but last episode was called Darkest and this one is called Before the Dawn. So I'm wondering if this is like an unofficial two-parter or an official two-parter, or if I'm like just reading into it too much because it always gets darkest before the dawn. Like, it's one phrase. So it feels like there has to be some intent behind naming the episodes this way. And last episode, Kaldur, just my beautiful little villain king, blew up the Young Justice Mountain Cave Tower. I never remember what that place is called, but it's fine now because it exploded. To really solidify his way into the light, to make sure that no one questions him. And in doing so, Wally has now started questioning him and is trying to infect Nightwing to his way of paranoid thinking, which I don't appreciate because I believe in my boy. But also, I'd be cool with it if he did become a villain. I'm really just no judgment here, all bias. And because my mom got confused, I do know that this episode will feature a decent amount of Blue Beetle backstory, which I'm super excited for because I have been asking for it ad nauseum for like 4 episodes now, if not since the beginning of the season. So on that note, I'm going to stop talking. Let's get started.
I'm taking a shortcut across the court parking lot now. Hasta pronto.
Shortcuts never end well. Ford Industries. Well, that explains some of it. This kid clearly did not pay attention during the stop, drop, and roll portion of what to do when you're on fire. No! I'm not enjoying any of what just happened. Also, that's so casual. Like, skateboarding home, a weird thing fell on the floor and attacked his spinal column. Like, that's it? That's just the only thing that flew out of that whole building? Very animorphs of them.
The Scarab's memory files are corrupted. Only recoverable data is from the last 8 months.
Yeah.
That is, since it fused with this host body. In fact, I was just reviewing the point.
So the thing we just watched was her going over the data?
Reboot.
I'd rather assess the cause of the crash, Ambassador, to make certain it cannot happen again.
No scientist. Admit it. You just enjoy playing with them.
Whoa! We have found a new Gene Daddy, but it's not. I don't know. Gene. I don't know what the term would properly be for a giant scarab daddy. And is it a suit? Is it a person? Does the scarab come from a genetic, like, biological organism? I have a lot of questions.
Metagene? A genetic marker indicating the potential of an individual human. Other words, Ambassador. The metagene allows certain humans to develop superhuman powers. This is the scientist in charge of all metagene research.
I understand you are responsible for providing several of our test subjects. Gratitude.
Gratitude. If you haven't seen Spartacus, so good.
In this lab, we are attempting to isolate the metagene by stimulating potentially dormant powers in...
So just like Deadpool torture chambers to see if anyone reacts?
In this lab, we study humans with active metagenes and how they respond to various levels of stress.
Babies.
The goal is to learn if their abilities can be extracted or duplicated.
I see.
But like, why are they
Seek to weaponize
so
the
obsessed with studying human metagenes? Wouldn't that be something useful in their own people? Or they just want like human super soldiers? Like, which seems like it could backfire on you, honestly. Like, does no one in their species have the potential for a metagene?
Blue Beetle is unaccounted for. That particular laboratory does not concern you or your masters, the Light. And frankly, neither does Blue Beetle. He may be human, but he is of the Reach. As you say.
I've been saying that from a while ago. The way the tiny little scavenger people reacted to him, there seemed to be a very personal beef with whatever Blue Beetle is. So it's not kind of weird to think if Blue Beetle, like, was an alien tech that somehow was discovered by Cord Industries, and then he, like, half-assed it into becoming a superhero.
Bring out the pods, now!
Also, they're just kidnapping random humans?
And we're on a schedule. Kaldur does not tolerate delay.
That just seems like you would end up with a lot of people with no metagenes and the potential of drawing attention to yourself. Because you'd have to... Who knows how many people you would have to kidnap before you got someone with an active metagene?
Hey, what are you...
We're here to help.
Why should we trust...
Okay, never mind. Move.
But also, if you're being kidnapped and someone jumps into the kidnapping, I'm going to assume they have a pretty legitimate reason for doing that. Generally, that they have their own method of escape.
And the abductee shipment at the docks. How'd you know about that?
Aquaman came across the intel while searching for Lagan. Translating.
This human beetle is a disappointment. How can he be the Reach's advanced operative on Earth if his scarab refuses to function on mode?
Then reboot.
Yes.
So is the previous Blue Beetle a spy? Is that the whole thing? Like, was he voluntarily working with these aliens?
Though removing the scarab from mold repair will kill this Jaime Reyes, meat is plentiful here.
Meat. I'm sorry for Jaime, but I don't know. There's something really funny to me about calling people meat.
Chip shares the same alien design sensibility as the bombs that destroyed Molina Island and Mount Justice.
Mount Justice, that's what it's called.
Kind of reminds me of Blue's armor.
Miss M, you're up.
Is she gonna become a mermaid again? Because I thought that was fun.
Alpha Squad, I'm heading into the alien ship. Are you aboard? We have a visual on the new aliens,
There we
aka
go.
the Light's partner. And we've got other company. It's Aqualad.
Stay whelmed. He won't be looking for you. Just don't attract attention.
How have you been saying that for 5 years? I feel like at some point I give up on a catchphrase.
They're unconscious but alive. No sign of Jaime or Lagan. We've got eyes on Lagoon Boy. And Shimmer? Plus 4 civilians and all the teams we came with.
Make your move before you need rescuing too. You too, Miss M. Get our boys.
It still seems weird that when we saw all the other people, they were like put to sleep in the pods. But when Batgirl and New Robin got kidnapped, they were just completely conscious.
Contacted.
Thanks for the rescue. Fight Blue!
Impulse!
Shocking. Impulse isn't listening.
Hold your position, trooper.
Whoa! Wait, who's that?
Document
Oh.
secured.
Nice timing, handsome.
I feel really dumb for not figuring that out.
All right, people, let's move!
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no! Aqualad! Leave him alone! Okay, yeah, she thinks he's a murderer, but still! Connor, go calm her down. He's not on the plane. He's... Ah, shit.
Apologies, meat, but no one goes anywhere.
Anywhere. Go help Kaldur! McCann's gonna turn his brain into a smoothie.
Beetles, you're totally outnumbered. Open those doors now, and we'll go easy on you.
You will go easy on me.
I don't...
That is not a good sign.
Yeah. Well, sometimes if your enemy is super arrogant, it's like a good thing. Because you're like, okay, they think they're so cool, they're not even going to really, like, try to defeat us. Or they're going to underestimate us. Damn, Impulse is so fast. Come on. Is she just gonna find out about the plan? I mean, if she's going that deep into his head. That's good that she bothered to read his mind first before just putting him through the brain NutriBullet. Don't know how long it's gonna... I just don't know how she's gonna react. I don't always trust
McGann?
her emotional responses.
Kaldur!
Oh god. He's not drooling.
McGann, what have you done? I thought he had killed you.
Oh, shit. I was hoping she dug through his mind first, but apparently not. I was like, maybe she's just like looking for information, and like she did it beforehand. Of course. Ooh. Well, those are your two physically strongest people on the team, so that's not great. Okay, come on, kids. Oh, shit. I do love that we're seeing, like, how amazingly powerful Blue Beetle could be if he had, like, that kind of A, control, and B, like, know-how of what is actually attached to him. Shimmer, what the fuck? I mean, I guess they, like, kidnapped her as just to, like, you're also another level of defense. Like, if they free the others, they'll free you, too. Okay, so now we're in the future again.
That's how it was. I mean, how it will be. Somehow the Reach gets you on mode and Blue Beetle becomes the biggest, baddest big bad in history. It's the real reason.
So that's why he became his bestie.
I came back to the past to stop you from betraying the human race.
The Reach apocalypse.
Our boy's down. It's just that girl and me now. You've got to get in there. What? How? What do you mean, how?
You already messed up the situation. Pull it together.
I can do that.
This is what I mean. Like, her emotional responses are very much in the moment, and then she becomes kind of useless. Ooh.
What did you do to her?
Shifted the density of the door. Wasn't quite prepared for that, was she?
Was she?
But don't be jealous.
I want to get that effect. I'm gonna do all of my videos like that.
The hard way.
Oof. Oh. If this were another show, that would have been nothing but spine sounds. And I'm so grateful that it wasn't. Yay.
Little brother, one way or another, I'm putting you back on mode. You are of the Reach.
Is the Scarab a refugee? I mean, it seems really down for murder. So, I don't think it's like, I had an issue with all of the murdering. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. What? I guess to protect your friends, but... it really likes to kill people.
Blue's keeping Black busy. Impulse, Beast Boy, and I will drag everyone else into the bioship's hold. Once we're in, you need to be at the helm, ready to make a fast exit.
Right. Execute.
Love everyone coming up with plans on the spot. Like, that's... like, if it is like a Venom situation of like they're all conscious beings who attach themselves to their hosts, but...
No, can't let you win.
what turns the Scarab off? Or at least, you know, removes its planetary takeover programming. Didn't think that through, did you? You're under freaking water.
Everyone's aboard except Blue.
Go back in for him.
Oh.
Nightwing, seal the hatch. We can't help him if we drown or are crushed by the pressure at this depth.
Yikes. Where's McGann? Is she can she pull it together enough to be helpful, or is she still unconscious? Okay, good. Just swim away. Swim away, swim away. Okay, he saved Shimmer. That's nice. Okay, he's unconscious, but the suit protects him. That's... oh, okay, Lagan woke up. But all those people we saw kidnapped weren't all on the ship. Weren't they in like space? Have like they already been sent off to a secondary location?
It's me! It's me!
Of course it is.
Mission accomplished, everyone. Well done. Care to take the controls, Miss M?
Nope.
Think she's still basking in the glow of victory. She totally nailed Aqualad. You should have seen it. But I'm sure it was very cool inside their heads.
See? Connor's like, oh, great. And he doesn't even know that Aqualad's not a bad dude.
Move their ship. Plus, there's still the Beetle connection to figure out. But you can tell the world they're here. Their secret invasion is no secret anymore.
That would be an understatement.
Repeating today's top story, a small group of extraterrestrials, the Reach, have arrived at United Nations headquarters in New York City.
He's like, I have breaking news. And then it's like, ah, damn it. I was underwater the whole time. I missed it.
The Reach comes to your world as friends. We come with open arms, extending our hands, our reach, if you will.
This is exactly how aliens should come to Earth.
I mean, sure, but also...
Knocking on our front door, not sneaking in the back, like some leaguers.
Not the illegal aliens argument.
We warn the public. They go public.
It could be worse. At least we know exactly where they are.
But I mean, even if they go public and they're like, yeah, we're coming as friends, that's completely undercut by the spaceship under the ocean with lasers attached and kidnapping children. Like, you have a bunch of witnesses, mostly teenagers, who can be like, yeah, they kidnapped us. Oh, the Marianas Trench. That seems like an Aquaman responsibility. How did you let a bunch of aliens go into the ocean, into the Marianas Trench, like an army of them, and didn't even notice? A whale didn't report in, like, hey, saw something weird today. Aquaman is slacking. That's all I'm gonna say. Again, you fucked up again. This is... You see why she was just never on my good list? And like, in her head, she did the right thing. But also, that's why you don't brain blend people. Even if she'd been like, OMG, I'm one-on-one with Kaldur finally after he killed my friend. If you had non-lethally... Oh, he's not dead, but... putting him into a vegetative state. I'm going to consider that lethal work here. If you had non-lethally attacked him, you could have just immediately rendered him unconscious, taken him in, and then let the League deal with him. And then it would have been like, oh, well, now that it seems it's come this far, I guess we'll tell you all the plan. All's good, and he's not a kumquat. He's not a vegetable. He has brain function. But now, you're just going to sit there walking around the mission being useless for the rest of the time because now you feel guilty. I at least was like enjoying the idea that she was like a little off, and like I do, but she doesn't even make that interesting because it's like I don't even see her having a full villain arc because she just continues to do things half-assed. If you're gonna have a villain arc, commit to it. Don't just be some kind of like, I kind of don't care about anyone else, so like I do harm, but then I like make excuses for it, but like I'm the good guy in my head. Like that's, ugh. No. It's not appealing, it's not fun. Like that's why I like villains who are just like Black Beetle, Harm, where they're just so ridiculously over the top. I'm like, yes. Even the Light, like, yeah, sure. They're like, we're doing the good things to evolve humanity or whatever. They know what they're doing. It's no skin off their back if they kill someone. They could kill one of their best friends, then they'd be cool with it. And that's what I respect. I don't want to have another 2 episodes where McGann is like, oh no, you guys didn't tell me he was on our side. I wouldn't have, you know, put him in a coma. I don't, like, I'm so annoyed thinking about that there's gonna absolutely be time spent to her feelings about what she did to Kaldur and how she's actually the victim here because they didn't tell her in the first place. I'm not looking forward to that, but I know it's coming. If it's not, I'd be shocked. Last week, Kaldur joined the Light, and then this week, they put him in a vegetative state. Like, this show really hates him. This isn't even, like, gonna be a fun review. I'm genuinely just upset. Like, this was such bad vibes. I was having so much fun last week, and now I'm just angry. This is not even, like, a fun angry. I'm just, like... I'm verklempt, okay? We did get a Blue Beetle backstory, kind of, but like, well, as far as like Jamie was like, yeah, he was skateboarding, a thing fell on him, now he's the Blue Beetle. Sure. Is that going to hopefully lead into a little bit more information on the previous Blue Beetle and what he was up to, and or why is the Scarab in off mode? Did it land on Earth in off mode? Was this another partnership situation with Cord Industries? And they're like, hey, here's this cool, friendly piece of technology if you want to explore that. And then in their head, they're like, then we're going to turn it on and they're going to take over the world. And it just didn't work. Yeah, because the Scarab seems mostly sentient as whatever AI alien being that it is. So what put it in off mode? Is that a choice? Is that a glitch? I don't know. And I guess that's also going to be something we explore, as for both sides, they're going to want to know what exactly happened to Blue Beetle Scarab and how to either get it to never turn on or to turn on if you are a member of the Reach. I feel like this is a very transitional episode. It's like it wrapped up most of the plot lines involving the kidnapped children, who is the partner, who is all that. And now we're kind of, I think, really truly kickstarting the invasion plotline. Now we're really going to get into, while they, you know, bring gift baskets and offerings of technology and love to the front door, while they're sneaking their armies through the back. And the League is obviously right now the only people who know better, but it's going to be interesting to see how does like G. Gordon and whatever kind of human anti-alien sentiment that he personally grows and that he shapes in his own little image here, how's that going to affect the League trying to tell everyone, hey, you can't trust them. I know it looks like they signed their visa paperwork, but guess what? They're the bad guys here. I want to know if that's, because they wouldn't keep dropping G. Gordon if him and his influence wasn't going to be a fairly important factor in this universe, in this season. So I'm just waiting for that to kind of crop up definitively. I don't really have too much to say. I'm upset. That really killed my mood. I got a lot of answers to my questions, which is what I wanted, but I don't like the cost at which those answers came. But still excited to see where the show goes. And I'm excited for when they fix Kaldur, which should be next week, okay? I don't need 2-3 episodes of him in a coma. No. McGann, find his ass immediately and fix him. If she knows how, which she's not going to, because it's going to be a thing of, well, I just break people's brains, I don't fix them. I'm going back to my McGann rant, and I'm done with that. So we're going to end this here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, comment, etc. All those good things that make me very happy, and I especially need it for this week. If you don't want to do any of that, but you've watched all the way to the end of this episode, thank you. I still really appreciate you. You can follow me on the Bird app at Leah Sees Movies, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace!